Hello friends, and welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you're new. This is Holly with Nestle Valley Farmhouse. And so I'm bringing you along today with this dreary winter morning, and I thought it'd be kind of fun today. I'm kind of doing what I eat in a day or what I feed my family in a day. I'm mostly cooking everything today from scratch. Just kind of showing you kind of a normal, typical day when I feed my two younger kids that are still at home with me. So of course, starting off with a cup of coffee because I am super low energy today, and it's just been kind of a rough couple days with kids and sickness and stuff, and I definitely have a couple clingy kiddos today, so you'll see them a lot. It was kind of a bit of a rough go, but I know that a lot of, like, 'tis the season, it's winter, everybody's kind of starting to get over their sicknesses that they've had. So I'm going to start with one of the yogurt bagels I made a couple days ago, and I'm excited to try that recipe again. It was actually pretty easy. There's just a few tweaks I want to do, and I actually found a recipe that had the tweaks that I was thinking of doing, so somebody else already figured it out. So I'm just going to basically fry up some bacon, and we're just going to do kind of like a bacon sandwich while just kind of something simple for breakfast, obviously. So I fried, each of us got one strip of bacon because I'm trying to eat a little bit lighter lately. And I ended up losing the other half of my bagel because we only had one left. And so my daughter wanted it. So I was like, fine, I'll give you that. And she got a slice of bacon. And of course, like, I think after she got it, she was mad because she wanted the second half of the bagel. And I was like, no, you have to share with mommy. So of course, today's Tuesday, and so I have my normal Tuesday chores, which is cleaning my bedroom, the downstairs bathrooms, and I also do the sheets on the little girl's bedroom and tidy up that room. So I did some laundry yesterday. So Monday and Tuesday are kind of my quote unquote heavy laundry days. And so I had a basket to bring up. And what I normally do, because obviously my little girls aren't able to really make their beds and stuff yet, but I normally, for all my kids, they get like one bed made a week from me, basically. And of course, the older kids, they're supposed to be like making their beds, but they don't always do it. And I'm not really, with school and stuff and how busy they are, I'm not really pushing it right now, but I'm kind of hoping during the summer we can maybe build a more cohesive chore schedule that they can start getting into a good habit of doing chores. This is my easy way of bringing down all the dirty laundry I just pulled from the other kids' rooms, and I just throw it on top of the sheets because I'm swapping the sheets over, and I kind of roll it up. And this is how my mom taught me to basically bring dirty clothes downstairs. It just makes things easier, and I can just throw that in the laundry basket, take it downstairs, and it stays contained. I don't have laundry like dropping everywhere. And so we do have waterproof mattress covers on all the kids' beds, and I'm just putting a new set of sheets. These are hand-me-downs from my sister that my mom brought out over Christmas, and it works well because my daughter loves Minnie Mouse. She's definitely in a Minnie Mouse phase, and it's funny because her twin set was a hand-me-down from one of the older girls, and we were going to get her a new set, but she ended up falling in love with it, so we decided to just stick with it. So I'm just kind of finishing up, tidying up their room a little bit, but normally Tuesdays I finish up kind of the rest of the laundry from the weekend because I do laundry Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, I guess, and Thursday, and then I kind of take Friday, Saturday, Sunday off, of course, except I have diapers sometimes that gets kind of mixed in there. So as with every busy house, I am pretty much constantly, I feel like, doing dishes. So I wasn't able to. I ended up running a load in the morning because sometimes I get really tired at the end of the day and I don't always put all the dishes in the dishwasher and start it like I should. So kind of in between, part of my morning chores is just kind of I normally run about one load of dishes, or I'm either filling the dishwasher or I'm emptying it. So today we're emptying it out. So now we're moving on to lunch, and I am making homemade tortillas from scratch. I picked up this recipe on the internet. It's super easy. It's like 3 cups flour, 1 teaspoon of salt, 1 teaspoon of baking powder, and then it's a 1/3 cup of oil. Like you'll see me, you mix all the dry ingredients together, and then you kind of make a little well in the middle, and you put a 1/3 cup oil and then 1 cup of warm water and mix it all up. It's super easy. And these tortillas are absolutely delicious. They're better than any store-bought tortillas I've ever found. The only thing that I guess I don't like about them is that they, whenever I'm like rolling them out, they can kind of be a pain, but we'll talk about that later when I'm rolling them out. So I'm so excited to be using, I got Dutch whisks for Christmas, so I've started implementing those in kind of my kitchen. I'm so excited to use them and kind of get used to them. They're a lot of fun. So then I'm just kneading it into a ball, and you let it rest for like 15 minutes. You don't really let it rise, but you kind of let it rest a couple times. So I just kind of set it to the side and let it rest while I work with basically trying to keep the kids entertained. And then now after it's rested for 15 minutes, I'm rolling it into little balls, and that's going to be what you are going to roll out to make your little tortillas. Now today, like I said, today was kind of a rough day, so I'm just kind of doing this quickly. Normally I try a little bit harder to make them a little bit more round, but they're kind of going to be all over the place, but that's kind of what happens. And kids are fighting, which is pretty typical in this house, so trying to get them to be nice to each other while they want to share the chair. So I just roll them out. So one thing that I'm kind of a little disappointed about, first of all, flour tortillas, my family, like all my kids prefer. They do not like corn tortillas. So we actually tried, I think it was a year or so ago, to get like a tortilla press, so I didn't have to roll them all individually. But the problem is with like the flour tortillas, they just don't work in the press like you would think that they would. So you pretty much have to roll them out because they never got like thin enough to really be like tortilla, what is it called? To be like tortilla thickness, I guess. So I basically just roll a bunch out as the griddle or the skillet is basically preheating, because you kind of want it to be on the warm side. I think when I put the first one on too, it wasn't quite warm enough, so then it kind of takes a long time to cook. Normally they go real quick. Like when you have a preheated skillet, it normally takes just a few minutes on each side, or not even that, maybe like 1 to 2 minutes to get them really good. So spray a little nonstick cooking spray, and so it's an aerator can that I have, and I actually put olive oil in it, and then it pumps it, so it doesn't have any other additives, because I have a kid that shouldn't have soy, so a lot of the like sprays have a lot of soy in them for some weird reason. Even like olive oil or whatever ones that are supposed to be like 100%, it still has soy in them. There's some reason why they add it, so that's why I have kind of my homemade sprayer. So this is probably what took the longest, was just doing the tortillas, because of course there was a lot of them. And so I decided, so for dinner we're going to have fajitas, and I decided to use the leftover tortillas for that. So my kids are having quesadillas and orange slices for lunch because that's what they wanted, and it obviously is a quick, easy lunch for them. So now I'm kind of doing my early afternoon tidy up. Normally in our afternoons, I normally kind of tidy up the living room either before lunch or I do it after lunch. And then normally the kids will watch a show or two before the kids get home from school. And then pretty much when they're home, it's like evening routine, dinner, and lately it's been a basketball practice every night. So one of us will take kids to practice. And so it just gets busy, it seems like, after that. So kind of after I'm done tidying up, I generally kind of take a little break, and it's kind of my quote unquote break for the day. So luckily enough, the living room didn't get too messy today. The kids were actually doing pretty good playing with some of the, what are they called? The Little People toys. Freya got a really cute like camper set for Christmas. And so they ended up playing with them on the table, and I let them play with them for a little while. So we're just tidying up some dishes for the next thing, of course, getting ready to make dinner. Actually, this is my lunch that I had. I had something separate. This is a healthier version of General Tso's chicken, and I meal prepped it from the day before. So that's what I had for lunch instead of a quesadilla, with rice and basically General Tso's chicken. So basically I'm starting on Saturdays to do a crock pot meal, and I had a huge chicken breast because whenever I processed our chickens, I did not cut them into individual breasts, but I think that's something I'm going to do next time we process chickens, which will be sooner than it was last time because we're just trying to like find a better routine. So I used the other half, and I decided to make fajitas. And actually these bell peppers are left over from a couple weeks ago. So they were starting to kind of needing to be used up, or maybe they weren't that old. But basically I figured I would use up all the bell peppers that we had and this chicken that I had, and I basically made chicken fajitas. Super simple. And we're going to use the tortillas that I made. I have them sitting over there under the towel, and we're going to use those tortillas, of course, to for the remainder of the meal. And then this works because I have very picky eaters. I don't even know how my kids are so picky, because my husband and I were never that picky growing up. So I kind of, it's kind of frustrating because I just don't know where they're getting it from. So they don't really like pretty much anything. So they'll probably just have quesadillas, or they'll use the tortillas, or they'll make like a roll up or something. So I like that they're at least versatile, and like you can make different meals out of them, and I'm not having to cook like, you know, 3 separate meals or whatever. Not that I would. Like, we're really big on, like, if you don't want to eat dinner, that's fine, but you're not getting a whole other meal. You're just going to get either a peanut butter sandwich or a quesadilla, something really simple is basically what we say. But I have kids that literally will not eat if they have to, so we have to give them another option sometimes. So stirring up, this takes a while to get all the veggies to cook down. I don't know how long you're supposed to cook fajitas for. I like my veggies a little bit on the softer side, more sauteed, I guess. So now I'm just cutting up the rest of that chicken, and there was a lot of it, so it was a really meaty fajitas, which of course I love because I love me some fajitas, but it turned out really good. So I'm putting some taco seasoning, and I think I put a little bit of seasoning salt, garlic salt, and some chili powder too, just to add a little flavor. And I think we had some leftover refried beans in the fridge too that we ended up using with the fajitas. So it turned out really good. I was very happy with, and oh yes, we did have some rice too. So we had some rice and beans to go with it. So it made a good complete meal, and all the vegetables and stuff were always really tasty. All right, so it is time for dinner. We are gonna have the leftover tortillas and everything. So, and it turned out really good. My husband and I really liked it, and there was enough for us each to have some leftovers. So I am done cooking for today. I am tired and worn out. So thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you all in the next video. Bye-bye.